Hey friend, Steve Sanchez, how are you doing on this great Thursday? I'm doing great. I'm getting ready to bail out of here. I've got a speaking engagement I've got to be at, but I'd be remiss if I didn't sit down and question the President of the United States, if I didn't sit here and question President Trump and ask this simple question. President Trump, why are you targeting Berkeley? Why are you targeting UC Berkeley? What are you doing? Well, I'll tell you what you're doing. I'll tell you why he's targeting. Because these liberal progressive commies are out there destroying the community, breaking glass windows, busting up businesses, overturning cop cars, rioting and looting, acting like they're in shackles, and they're oppressive. What the hell are these Caucasian kids doing? They have no problems. They sit with Louis Vuitton bags, Starbucks in one hand, they get in their Volvos or their little Fiats, and yet they act like they're oppressed people. I'm sick and tired of it. You know what? I'm glad President Trump absolutely gave a direct narrative and said, look, continue to keep doing what you're doing, and I'm pulling federal funds, which, by the way, is a tremendous amount of money that UC Berkeley counts on in their research department. It's about time we have a president that has the cojones to actually not only make a statement, but actually follow through on that statement. Friends, I need to hear from you right now. What's your concern about this? Have you seen the news? Are you paying attention to what these imbeciles, and that's what other word can I use to describe these kids fighting, looting, screaming, crying in the streets like somehow they've been disenfranchised because of the travel ban? They're calling it a Muslim ban, but they're rolling in the spirit of stupid. It's not a Muslim ban. It's a travel ban. If they would take the time to read the executive order, they'd understand that, well, Muslim is not even mentioned in the order. It's just a travel ban pointing to 7 countries that harvest, fund, endorse terrorism. And in fact, if we want to take it a step further, these same countries, President Obama identified as bad people. But no one was screaming then, no one was rioting then, no one was upset when in 2011 Obama banned refugees from Iraq from coming here because it was a danger zone, and we had to make sure we knew who we were letting in this country. Friends, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. You probably lock your doors at night, right? You probably have a fence around your yard. Why is that? It's to protect your family. It's to protect your life. It's to keep you safe from all the bad people that really want to do you harm. And trust me, all my liberal friends, there are some bad people that want to do you harm. There's no question about it. So when I see people upset, in fact, Rex Tillerson had the confirmation. Thank God he was sworn in yesterday as Secretary of State. You had people on the streets flipping out. Oh my God, some billionaire is Secretary of State. Let's think back for just a second. Who the hell was Secretary John Kerry? He's not exactly a poor man. He's married to the heiress, or really the direct heiress of the Heinz Corporation. You know, the ketchup? Hundreds of millions. Well, Steve, hundreds of millions are different than billions. Well, friends, come on. Wealth is wealth. So if Secretary Kerry, who is a very wealthy man, more wealth than most people will ever see, ever dream of, what qualified him as Secretary of State? And Rex Tillerson, a guy that didn't actually marry a Heinz ketchup heiress, but basically worked his way up from the bottom to the top? Isn't that what America's about? Working your way from the bottom to the top? Why do we not want to celebrate successes? Why is it that we literally get upset over people's successes? Is it jealousy? Is it stupidity? Is it arrogance? All of the above? It has to be something. I would have to say that in my lifetime, and I'm 47 years old, this is probably the smartest, most qualified administration and cabinet that we've had in America in modern history. Steve, that is a horrible statement. How about Ronald Reagan? All my conservative friends always throw out the Reagan card. Look, with all due respect, Ronald Reagan was a brilliant man. Economic growth, I mean, there's no doubt about it. But a lot of the people around Reagan were not that smart. I mean, let's just be intellectually honest. John Kasich, He was working in and around Reagan. So what we do so many times is we like to compare the past with the present. And that just doesn't work because we were in the 20th century then, friends. Now we're in the 21st century. Life, dynamics, culture, it's very, very different. We're in a very different world. We're in a very dangerous world. And not only is the danger overseas, the danger is right here in our own backyard. Again, I bring you back to UC Berkeley. The bozos literally doing what they're doing, destroying their own communities, destroying their own school, destroying their businesses. It makes no sense. Liberalism, literally, and I know there's a colleague of mine out in National Talk Radio that always basically states that liberalism is a mental disorder. I have to concur. There is something psychologically off with liberals that do this. And when they do it, and not understand why they're doing it, that concerns me a great deal. I see so many kids out there literally protesting, and they don't know what the hell they're protesting about. You ask them, what are you protesting about? I'm protesting about Trump. He's an oppressor. Trump has been a president for less than 2 weeks. He wasn't in public office. How could he be oppressor? In fact, he is a businessman. How did he oppress people? Well, he is. His decisions that he's making, they're ridiculous. How? Give me one example. Well, they just are. Look at the things he says about women. Well, Bill Clinton literally used a cigar on the private area of Monica Lewinsky. Oh, God, Steve, how do you bring that up? It's the truth. Did anybody scream then? I mean, come on, look, I'm going to be honest with you. This is not a G-rated show, okay? I mean, if you can't literally handle me saying that President Clinton used a cigar in the private area of Monica Lewinsky, then do me a favor. Don't go watch the dirty movies that you go to, all the R-rated movies with all the sex scenes, if you can't handle me saying that. So don't be a hypocrite. But I don't remember anybody screaming. I don't remember Whoopi Poopy Goldberg and Joy Behar, the Jezebels that are on The View. I don't remember them throwing a fit when Bill Clinton, a serial abuser of women, was doing the same, doing worse, not locker room talk and private conversations, but actually physically doing the most horrendous things to women. And yet Hillary Clinton said that they were liars, they were bimbos. So make me understand that Donald Trump's words are worse than actions. The truth of the matter is you are, and I'm not saying you, my patriotic audience, I'm saying the liberal trolls that are on here, and trust me, there's many of them watching right now. You concern me a great deal because you were in power for many, many years. You still have an opportunity to be in power again because half of America agrees with your Looney Tune thinking. They just do. And that concerns me a great deal because I've got grandchildren now. And I got grandchildren that literally can go to a public school and be told that you worship Mother Earth. It makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. You can't say Jesus, but you can say Allah or Muhammad. Do you see how we've changed so much in America? So when I see the rioters and I see the looters and I see people burning cop cars and I see people breaking windows there in Berkeley, I'm glad the president has made a direct order. I believe the president should send the National Guard out there and literally hose these people down. I mean, what do you want from me? Do you want me to just say, no, let's excuse them. Let's let them have their freedom of speech. That's freedom of speech. Well, if Loretta Lynch was still Attorney General, she would say that's freedom of speech. But we got a new sheriff in town. His name's Jeff Sessions. So the truth of the matter is that's not freedom of speech. I believe in peaceful protest. You want to protest all day long? Peacefully? Go right ahead. God bless you. But don't you dare go and destroy property. Do you know what it takes for a small business owner to literally get the capital to start their business and to build a life and employ a few people so that they can have a better life? And then they're in jeopardy because these nincompoops, these spoiled brats that don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're taking money from George Soros to actually protest, destroy people's dreams, and we're supposed to be okay with that? I'm glad President Trump is doing what he's doing. I'm glad that he's going to hold monies from UC Berkeley. It makes me happy. In fact, it's actually the icing on my cake today. This is what we need. Well, Steve, you just like Nazism. Don't even accuse me of Nazism when you don't even know how to spell Nazism, okay? Because Donald Trump is far from being a Nazi. He's far from being Hitler. This is ridiculous. Again, you're under MK Ultra mind control from the mainstream media that have indoctrinated you to believe silliness your whole life. Because you don't want to go do the research yourself. Why isn't anybody investigating Pizzagate? Why isn't anybody investigating the huge pedophilia rings that are surrounded about all these liberals out there? How about John Podesta's emails? How about the pictures hanging in John Podesta's home of kids naked with paddled red butts, and they call that artwork? Why isn't anybody protesting about that? Why isn't anybody burning cars about that? But yet you're upset over a travel ban from bad people that shouldn't really be in this country and it's temporary, until we have a proper vetting structure in place. My God, I am losing faith in the young generation. I'm losing faith in those 30 and under, because my God, these people are going to be making decisions for you and I someday. It concerns me. It concerns me a great deal. For 8 years, we had President Barack Hussein Obama in office showing his true colors, and I believe that he created this monstrosity that we're now seeing. How about you? Let me say hi to a few of you right now here on Facebook Live. Make sure you let me know where you're watching this from, city and state, city and state. Drop your comments, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. All right, let's see. Mark Vaughn says, what about Lady Gaga saying she's going to protest against the president on live TV during the Super Bowl? Lady Gaga, if you haven't already noticed, has demonic issues. Have you seen her? Have you looked at her face? She's got demonic oppression. So you got to pray for her. She either needs a good psychiatric room at Bellevue, or someone needs to come and lay hands on her and deliver the demons right out of her. All right, let's see. Adam Hine is saying, not all of us young ones are crazy. Of course not. But unfortunately, you good millennials, you smart millennials, you're not the ones actually getting any coverage of the good things that you're doing. In fact, some friends of mine and I were talking about that today. The media always reports the bad, but never the good. Where's the good? I want to see it. So I know there's a lot of good ones out there, but unfortunately, I'm not seeing enough of that make headlines. You tell me what you're doing out there to change the world, and I will literally promote you. No question about it. All right, let's see. Sandy in Trenton, Missouri, Montana, thank you. Kyle Welsh, thank you for being on. Kathy Rose in Orlando, Florida, thanks for being on. Let's see. Jamie Martinez is praying for our president. He needs the prayers. No question about it. Autumn Reese in North Carolina. Thank you for seriously watching me. I appreciate that very much. Charlene Irwin, Griffin, Indiana, thanks for being with us. Kimberly Davila, thanks for being with us. Kimberly saying, I bet your Super Bowl will be crazy and not because of the game. I don't know what the heck that means. I'm not a guy with a crystal ball, so explain yourself. All right, Rob Starkey in Indiana, thanks for joining us. G. Monty in Fresno, California, my old stomping grounds, Fresno State. Go Bulldogs. All right, let's see. Jennifer McIntyre in Kearney, Nebraska. I am boycotting the Super Bowl. Here's the deal with the Super Bowl. I could care less, to be honest with you. But you know what? It's Americana. I'll watch it. I like the commercials. The commercials are still kind of cool. But do me a favor. Watch the halftime game and tell me that Lady Gaga will not do some type of Illuminati, Freemason type ritual during halftime game. Trust me when I tell you this. The Illuminati is all part of that whole narrative. I'm not going to do this big thing. And some people may say, Steve, you're wearing your tinfoil hat again. No. No tinfoil hats here, baby. I'm not talking about UFOs. I'm talking about reality, not conspiracy. I can prove it. I can prove it. All right. Alabama in the house, and Tucson, Arizona in the house, Mississippi in the house. Appreciate everybody being on. Missouri in the house. Leona Hawksworth, thank you. All right, look, here's the deal, guys. I got to bail. I've got to go speak tonight. I've got a speaking engagement I've got to be at. But I appreciate everybody being on. I just wanted to say a quick hello. Do me a favor, like and follow my page, even if you've already done it. Don't assume you're still following me, because the censorship police loves to reduce my likes. You know that. I know that. But we've got to be grassroots. That means we've got to be busy making sure that we are promoting truth and patriotism. How do you do that? Share this video with everybody that you know. Comment below. Like the page, follow the page. Go visit the SteveSanchezShow.com website and go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you're not already doing so. Here's my last question, somewhat of a survey. I've got some people here from out of state talking to me about some other new opportunities, and I'm not going to mention who they are because it is undisclosed at this point. But I've got a question for you, and please drop that down here. You know I'm a syndicated talk radio host. You hear me live on the weekends. How many of you would like to have me go on every day on the radio? Would you like me to be live on the radio every single day, as well as Sundays, on top of doing these live Facebook videos. Please drop your comments below. Your feedback is crucial for us in terms of the decisions we'll be making in the next few weeks. All right, friends, I got to bounce. Time for me to go. Love you all. God bless you, and we'll catch you on the other side.